Good evening, world travelers. Thank you for joining me this evening. Tomorrow we'll be in Koh Samui, Thailand. And I think that it's very appropriate that this evening we are going to discover this fascinating country and culture. I'll bring you, it's not a port talk, but I'll give you some sort of hints about Koh Samui and Phuket as well. I've been to those magnificent islands. I'll share with you what I know, a little bit what I know about it. But I'll give you an overview about Thailand as I do with all the other places that I spoke about. And as you know, it will be lots of information. You're most welcome to take images as much as you want. And you'll find out that when you get to Thailand, it will make sense what I am going to tell you tonight. My name is Nitza Lowenstein. And from Singapore, I'll be flying back home to Sydney, Australia. I'm a journalist, I'm a historian, public speaker, and I've got few weddings waiting for me to officiate when I get back to Sydney. And as I said before, it's always wonderful to be here with you. So welcome to Thailand. You'll see Buddha wherever you go in Thailand. It's really exciting country to visit. It's got a unique culture, and even the way they practices religion is very unique. I haven't seen it anywhere else in the East. So we'll find out what Thailand is famous for. And I would like also to share with you other information, very important, why I'm so passionate about Thailand. I've got 6 grandchildren, and 2 of them are half Thai. My youngest son married a girl from Thailand. He met her in Sydney. She was a student at the university. And so I've got a Thai family as well. So I know the culture and the people firsthand because these are my family. So the local name for Thailand means land of the free. And Thailand is the only country in Southeast Asia that was never ruled by a European power. And the capital is Bangkok. Now, until 1939, you all knew Thailand as Siam. And all the storybook Siam and The King and I, you talking about Siam. And Thailand is known also as the land of smiles, with golden temple spires and magnificent beaches. So why Thailand? Why do they call it the land of smiles? Because visitors genuinely are very welcomed here. And the Thai locals are very warm and are very gentle people and extremely respectful of their guests. So the hospitality is considered world class. And you'll find out wherever you go in Thailand. So it is one of the most visited countries in the world. There were, last year, more than 40 million tourists visited Thailand. And some of the most iconic attractions include the stunning islands in the south. You're going to both 2 of them, the diverse street food scene in Bangkok, and the thousands of temples that are scattered around Thailand. And the nature in the land of the smiles is incredibly diverse. From picturesque islands and beaches to thick jungles, rainforests, and sprawling national parks. It's a beautiful country with rich array of flora and fauna spread far and wide throughout it, wherever you go. And the Kingdom of Thailand, that's the official name, is constitutional monarchy and with 72 million people. Just give you some idea. The national emblem of Thailand is also the Garuda. The Garuda, I just explain again, it's a mythical creature from the Buddhist and Hindu cultures. And this half-man, half-bird has supernatural powers, and the Hindu god Vishnu made it immortal. And in the early 20th century, it became a national emblem of Thailand and represents the king's authority and power. You saw the Garuda is also very important in Indonesia We went to see the big Garuda in Indonesia, but in Indonesia, it's got different colors. It's yellow. But it's the same, coming back to the same story. Now, the Thai flag is made up of 3 colors right here in front of you, red, white, and blue. Red symbolizes the nation, the people, and the land. White represents the purity of Buddhism, and blue symbolizes the monarchy. Monarchy, you'll find out, is very important. And quick geography lesson about Thailand. It's located in the center of Main and Southeast Asia, and the country consists of 2 broad geographical areas, a larger section north and a smaller section in the south. It's about 1,585 kilometers from top to bottom, from north to south, and the width is about 820 kilometers wide. And Thailand shares a land border with 4 other countries, with Myanmar, which is Burma, we know it as Burma, Laos, Cambodia, and Malaysia. So you can see on the map in front of you, it's really important in history. We had a good history lesson before, but you can see on the map where is Thailand. And the Thai describe their land as being shaped, now this is may surprise you, like an elephant's head. Look at that, look in front of you. The trunk is the south, the ear is the northeast, and the top of the head is the mountainous north. And the mouth is the delta, and the harbor of Thailand's chief river, the Chao Phraya. So there are 4 distinct regions in Thailand. The northern region, the northeastern, Isan, the central, Bangkok, Siam, and the southern region. Don't worry, you've got all Thailand in front of you, but I'll show you region by region. This is the northern Thailand. You can find it on the map. The border with Burma, Myanmar, and Laos. It is mountainous with thick forests and river valleys, and the capital is Chiang Mai. Also, lots of tourists go to Chiang Mai. Northeastern is Isan. The border is with Laos by the Mekong River. That creates the border between the 2 countries. It's agricultural society with 4 major cities. One is Khon Kaen with 1.8 million people. And that's the Isan, northeast. And central Thailand, Siam, is the greatest population density, and the capital is Bangkok, the political, economical, and the cultural center of Thailand. Now, southern Thailand, you can see on the map, lies like a thin strip of land, the Malay Peninsula, and it's bordered to the south with Malaysia, to the west by the Andaman Sea. By the way, Andaman Sea is part of the Indian Ocean, and to the east by the Gulf of Thailand, which is the Gulf of Thailand is part of the South China Sea, which is part of the Pacific Ocean. So it is home to pristine beaches and resorts out of Thailand. And Koh Samui, where we are getting to tomorrow, is in the Gulf of Thailand, and it's Thailand's second largest island after Phuket. And until the 20th century, it's quite interesting, nobody heard about Koh Samui. It was isolated, self-sufficient community, having little connection with mainland Thailand. And the island was without roads until the 1970s. Even now, the roads are not so magnificent, I'm warning you. And the 15-kilometer journey from one side to the island to the other could take almost a whole day trek through the jungle, through the mountains. And Koh Samui's economy now is based primarily on a successful tourism industry, as well as export of coconut and rubber. And if you will be walking around Cheweng, that is where we are getting off. Don't miss, I mean, in Cherweng, it's really the commercial center of Koh Samui. You've got a big shopping center, very modern, really fantastic shopping center. They call it Central Festival Shopping Center. So you can share your time between the beach, going to the beach and to the shopping center. And the night market is right next to the shopping center. I don't know if it will be open when we get there tomorrow. But it's also a beautiful market there, right next to that shopping center. And the big Buddha temple is home to a giant 12-meter high gold-painted Buddha statue. And it was built in 1972, and it's become, since then it became, it is actually Koh Samui's major tourist attraction, that Buddha. And it depicts Buddha in a state of calm and purity and resolve. It's really interesting. You look at the Buddha, the way he sits, very different. Each statue is very different because it tells you a different message. Phuket, you're getting to Phuket after Singapore, is Thailand's largest island, about 576 square kilometers, and is situated in the southern part of the country within the Andaman Sea. And as I said, part of the Indian Ocean. And economically, the province's wealth was initially derived from tin and rubber production. And in more recent times, Phuket has transitioned to tourism as its primary source of income. And more than 100,000 foreigners actually live in Phuket. I know people that left South Africa to retire. It's cheaper for them to live in Phuket than to live in Cape Town. Or even Australians, they go and live in Phuket or other islands there. Retire, I mean. And Phuket Island is connected when we call it an island, but it is actually, there is a bridge to the mainland Thailand by the Saracen Bridge, and it is right, you can see the bridge here. You see that it's a chat. I put it on I put this image in front of you. So this is Phuket. They've got also a great Buddha in Phuket. When you enter the area, you will see that great Buddha from the cruise ship, I think from your balcony. So distance away, it's 45-meter tall and 25.45 meter wide, and it's made of concrete and covered with Burmese white marble. It's very impressive. It is the third tallest statue in Thailand. I think that we went there. It was really a lovely journey when you're in Phuket. Try and get to that big, they call it the Great Buddha. So there are several large islands off the rugged west coast, including, as I said, next to Phuket, you can get to Phi Phi, and fantastic tourist destination. Phi Phi was almost destroyed in the tsunami in 2003, was that? The tsunami that swept the area. And there are thousands of islands around the coast of Thailand, the most beautiful islands. I think tomorrow, if you want to go snorkeling, you can go also to a beautiful island around to snorkel. And the most beautiful islands actually in the Andaman Sea as well. And most with incredibly clear water, with stunning coral reefs to snorkel. But also where we go, the Gulf of Thailand, the islands are absolutely stunning. So you've got the choice to go to both. And the mountains of North Thailand reach a height of 2.4 kilometers. And Chao Phraya is the country's major river. It goes through Bangkok. The main river goes through Bangkok. And the rivers in Thailand cut deep, narrow valley through the mountains. And these rivers flow generally south on the way to join Chao Phraya, the main river, the country major river that goes also, as I said, to the capital. And the mountains run down, you can see the mountains, they run down the west border and extend southward. The northeast consists of a broad level area called the Korat Plateau. So that's the border with Burma, all those island range. And the Great Mekong River separates the plateau from Laos. And the Malay Peninsula in the south is mountainous with little flat land. The weather, what do you expect? You're going to a tropical area. It's hot and humid and influenced by monsoon winds. And they actually say they've got 3 seasons. I think I came in every season and it was the same for me. Every season. I don't know why they think they have 3 seasons, from the hot season from March to May, rainy season May to October, and cool season November to February. So nevertheless, temperature are fairly steady throughout the year, averaging between 25 to 29, but with humidity it feels hotter, believe me. And there are 250 plus variety of bamboos in Thailand, as well as coconut palms, mangroves, rattan, ferns, bananas, mangoes, papaya trees, and hardwood trees such as teak grow in the rainforests in the north. It's a very rich country, and there are over 1,500 variety of orchids. And flowering plants, including lotuses and water lilies, are very common throughout the country. And Thailand also boasts a great diversity of animal life. Gibbons can be found in all the national parks throughout Thailand. And gibbons are incredible 3-swingers. They can swing as far as 15 meters in one swing at a speed of 55 kilometers per hour. I checked it because I didn't believe it. And their call is, very distinguished call, and it can be heard up a kilometer away. And elephants are the national animal of Thailand. The Indian elephants had a difficult history, by the way, in Thailand, being used as logging labor, and also, you won't believe it, as domestic pets. And this species is now endangered, with about 1,000 still in the wild. And no, you're not allowed to have rides, no more elephant rides, only if it's controlled, especially for tourists. You can see them in many animal sanctuaries where you may be able to help wash and care for these gentle giants. And Thailand's actually main brand of beer, Chang, is named after Thai word for elephant. So Thailand is home to also the smallest mammals and the largest fish in the world. So the smallest mammal in the world is the bumblebee bat. You can look at that. It's on the left. Meanwhile, the largest fish is the whale shark in the Thai waters on the right. There are over thousands bird species in Thailand. It's 10% of the world's bird species. Bird watchers, place for you. And some of the popular species, including flamingos, herons, kingfishers, ducks, geese, and pigeons. These are hornbill in the photo. And the Kang Kratchen is a national park. It's Thailand's largest national park. It's about only 140 kilometers from Bangkok. And there are 420 species of birds in the park, along with dozens of species of mammals, including leopards, bears, and the old-world monkeys, deer, elephants, mongoose, gibbons, lizards, frogs, toads, and even crocodiles. And among the country snakes, the most venomous is the king cobra. And Thai people make up the most of the population. Also, there's a small group of Chinese, Malay, Khmer, and others. But Thai is the official language. We'll talk about it also later on, about the language. And the history of Thailand, I'm not going to elaborate on it. I'm just going to give you an overview of the history. Is very long and complex. The earliest Thai relics date back to the Paleolithic periods, 20,000 years ago. Humans lived in the area, and during its long history, the country being influenced by Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, India, and China. And the earliest civilization in Thailand that we know about actually is dated 4,000 years, and it is known for sophisticated agriculture, metallurgy, and ceramics. That's already 4,000 years ago. And between 500 AD to 800 AD, the Mon set up a small Buddhist kingdoms, and the Thai people who spoke the Thai language migrated from southwestern China to mainland Southeast Asia. And that was from the 6th to 11th century. They immigrated, the Thai people that spoke the Thai language immigrated to the area. And from the 9th to the 13th century, Thailand was part of the Khmer Empire with the capital Angkor in Cambodia. And it is known for its impressive architecture, including temple complex of Angkor Wat. So they also take credit for that, Thai people. And the Ayutthaya Kingdom, the Siamese Kingdom, unified actually the Thai. There were three separate kingdoms. It unified the Thai people, the Ayutthaya Kingdom, from 1351 to 1767, paving the way actually for modern Siam, Thailand. And Ayutthaya became one of the great powers in Asia from 1569 to 1584, and it emerged as a center for international trade, and its culture actually flourished. And the period was described as golden age for Thailand of Siamese culture. And in April 1767, I think every child in Thailand will tell you that after a 14-month siege, the city of Ayutthaya fell to the besieging Burmese forces. They went across the mountains, and it was completely destroyed, and thereby ending the 470-year-old Ayutthaya kingdom. But I must say that few years later, they recovered it. Siam actually quickly recovered from the collapse, and the seat of the Siamese authority was moved to Bangkok very, very quickly so they could establish themselves again. But that city was really destroyed. I haven't been there, but it's on my list to go and visit, see the ruins. And in 1782, a royal family, the Chakri dynasty, came to power in Siam. And during the 1800s, Siam stayed independent while Europeans took over the neighboring countries. And in the 19th century, the Chakri kings named Rama, every king is Rama, and they number him, Rama 1, Rama 2, Rama 10. From Rama IV opened Siam to Western influence and trade, and King Chulalongkorn, Rama V, who reigned from 1868 until his death in 1910, was particularly effective in implementing reforms based on Western models. He established law courts, created centralized government, bureaucracy, and also improved the financial institutions. He also abolished slavery and introduced modern school system, constructed railways, and telegraph system. Is really, really highly, still highly regarded in Thailand. And Rama V, in fact, saved Siam from European colonization. He convinced the Western powers that Siam was a modern state, and he skillfully played their interests against one another and saved Siam from the British and from the French that wanted to take over. And the country lost some territories under Rama V, as in 1907, when it was forced to give up its right in Laos and in Western Cambodia to the French, to the Indochina. And his reign is regarded as one of the greatest in Thai history. That's Rama V. And in 1932, there was a military revolt, and the Chakri dynasty absolute control, and Siam became constitutional monarchy. They haven't got a totalitarian power now, the kings. And country still has a king from the Chakri dynasty, but the powers of the king are limited. But let me tell you, the king is highly respected, and you wouldn't dare say anything derogatory or anything that can portray the king in a bad light, because you'd be in trouble. And the country also has an elected prime minister and legislation, the ministers, and in 1939 the country was officially named the Kingdom of Thailand. Why not Siam? Siam was actually, the name was given to Siam by, since Hindu language means darker people. So they didn't want to be called the darker people, Siam, in the Hindu language. So they changed it to the Kingdom of Thailand. And the Thais adore and respect their royal family. And the king is the patron of religion. And that's why he's so important. And it is considered treason to criticize a member of the monarchy, not just the king. And the king today is Rama X since 2016. And majority, 94% of Thai people are Buddhists. And Buddhism is part of life there. And it was introduced to Thailand in the 3rd century BC and played a central role in Thai culture and society ever since. And some in the south, especially Malay, practice Islam. There is some Muslims, but they are in the south, close to Malaysia. And Thai Buddhism is Theravada Buddhism. It is the oldest form of Buddhism, practiced also in Laos, Cambodia, and Burma. And the goal is to achieve enlightenment and nirvana through the practice of mindfulness and cultivation of good deeds. That's really important to understand their culture. And Buddhism is deeply rooted in their culture. And vats, or Buddhist temple complexes, are central to every single village in Thailand, and major temples, and those from ancient times, are decorated with murals, carved wood, gold leaf, and graceful statues of the Buddha. And the government supports the temples and monasteries, and Buddhism is actually taught at school as well. So Thailand is actually famous for 45 or 40, well over 40,000 temples are in Thailand, and it was built all the time. New temples are being built all the time. What you're looking is the marble temple in Bangkok. And the Wat, the temple, or the Wat, also serves its village as a fairground for festivals, as a sport field and a social club. And traditionally also it served as a school and orphanage, hospital. But these functions have largely been taken by other institutions. And some incredible temples in Thailand, really, I can't go through them. This is the White Temple. It's 200 kilometers north of Chiang Mai. The people go and see the White Temple. It's really beautiful. And this temple is amazing because I'm sure that you'll get one day to Pattaya when a cruise ship go to Bangkok. All the cruise ships that they come to Bangkok, it's actually closer to Pattaya than Bangkok. So it's very easy to get to this temple They call it Sanctuary of the Truth Museum in Pattaya. It's a magnificent, gigantic wooden castle. It's the biggest wooden castle in the world with wood-carved idols and sculptures. And the museum features four-faced Hindu creator. God Brahma statue is on the rooftop for showing respect to father, mother, teacher, and the king, and the elephant head god Ganesha. It is amazing. They keep on building it, the temple. They've got workers still sitting there carving and building. They keep on adding onto it. And Thailand is full of Buddha statues. And some are standing, some are sleeping, others meditating, in all sizes, made of stone, metal, and emeralds. And Thailand is home to the world's largest solid gold Buddha. It weighs 5.5 tons, and this is in Wat Tramit temple in Bangkok. When you're in Bangkok, you can go and see it. It was made, ladies and gentlemen, in the 13th century. And you ask how it survived, because looters actually stole everything of valuable out of temples. But this particular statue was covered in plaster. And that's why it was saved as a result. Nobody knew that it's actually solid gold, 5.5 tons. And it actually remained in the ruins of Ayutthaya. I told you that city was very prosperous, very rich, and they could afford building a Buddha of 5.5 solid gold. So during relocation in 1955, the plaster was chipped off and the gold was revealed. So with well over 41,000 temples, you can imagine there are lots of monks. They've got more than 300,000 monks, and you can recognize monks quite easily as they're dressed in plain bright orange robes, carry alms bowls for collecting food and donations. And be careful, because some of them, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I heard that are scammers. They dress as monks, they will want money from you. So I can't tell you who is the real monk, but most likely there are so many monks that they are the real one. And they're highly respected in Thailand. On the train, you'll see signs which request that you offer them a priority seat. And there are express lines for in lots of offices, for example, immigration checkpoints and ticketing venues. And remember also, women are not allowed to touch the monks. Even their mother, they're not allowed to touch or kiss or hug their mother. Their mothers also not. And you can't shake hands with the monk. And Thai men, we heard before, spend some period of their lives as monks, and traditionally before they reach the age of 20. And the chaotic lifestyle today really doesn't enable them to leave the family for 3 months. So the tradition therefore changed a bit, but they still like their boys to go to the temple to become monk. It can vary from 1 week to 15 days, 1 month, and depends how much time the person has. And the monks live a tough life, starting the day with meditation at 4 a.m. and the whole day chanting and meditating. So, by the way, they can't even drive a vehicle. And most Thai holidays mark events in the Buddhist calendar or royal constitutional occasions. And 13, 14 April, if you ever go to Thailand, is Songkran. It's the Thai New Year. It's celebrated in a very unique way. It begins by visiting the local temples, of course, offering food, and monks pouring water on Buddha statues and on each other. washing away sins and good luck. People actually go with hoses and they will water you and throw water on you to wash your sins away. And that's during the New Year's celebration. And celebrating, look at that. This is in the streets, in the New Year celebration. More, they've got parades and very, very colorful. And Loi Kratong is in November. It's the full moon ancient lantern festival. It's celebrated during the full moon in November to honor the water spirits. And small floats made out of banana leaves are adorned with flowers, candles, incense, and also coins. And look at that. It was originally a Hindu festival. It was adopted by the Thai to honor Buddha. And the candles honor Buddha with light, and kratongs and the offering floating away symbolizes letting go of all one hatred, anger, and negative thoughts. You send it away in the water. And look at that. They call it the Lantern Festival in the West. And Kon, the dance drama genre since the 1500s, performed by men, not women, in masks accompanied by narrators, and the characters are the heroes, heroine, and monkeys, and all sorts of characters inspired by Indian art and legends. And women perform only as angels and goddesses. After all, we are angels and goddesses. Don't you agree? And fortune-telling, superstition, believe me, it's real. I'm not telling you stories. Mysticism, it is staple in Thai culture and spiritual life. Fortune tellers, they call them modu. Modu, go to the modu to find out your future. That's the visionary doctor. Visionary doctor. Is a thriving business in Thailand. And it will give advice to everyone, to high society and low classes as well, on any aspect of life, work, money, and love. And they will use palm reading. They will read the palm of your hands, and also spirit mediums or tarot cards. Tarot cards are very popular. And Thai astrology even use these days computer programs. Progress is progress. And so what they do, they key your personal data to analyze it. So the technology helped them actually with the ancient culture, what they taught, but they put all your data in, so it's much quicker to work out your future and anything about you. And they've got also, it's not quite McDonald's, but this is self-service fortune-telling in temples' magic sticks. The wooden glass is filled with wooden sticks, just what you see on the screen in front of you. And each stick has a number, and each number is associated with a small sheet of paper with dozen phrases in Thai. And you shake it, shake the glass until one of the sticks falls on the floor. And then you get the hints. So your future will be there. By the way, Japan also have that. Very similar. And amulets, lucky charms is a huge business in Thailand. It's a business of good luck. The amulets are usually small figures of Buddha, and the Thai believe that wearing a Buddha pendant can encourage long life, good luck, and protection from the evil spirits. And charms in taxis, you take a taxi, they've got these charms, and you ask the driver, ladies and gentlemen, those charms will prevent accidents. They really believe it, because accidents happen because of bad karma. The consequences of bad deeds in previous life. So a taxi driver can't control your karma when you enter his taxi. So he protects himself through these charms and counteract bad luck. And tattoos, you'll see a lot of people with tattoos. I mean, Westerners don't understand, but tattoos apparently give power to those who wear them. And traditionally done by monks in temples and tattoo art, and the tattoo artist will also choose what to draw according to the personality and the needs of the client. And dragons will bring you strength and wisdom. That's why you'll see lots of dragon tattoos around Thailand. And ghosts, ladies and gentlemen, watch the ghosts when you get to Thailand. Because ghosts, they call them feel, are very much present in Thai society and culture. The worst ghosts are spirits of people who had violent deaths or did bad things in previous life, and they can possess humans and wreak havoc on an entire village, with many rural communities reporting each year that the bad spirits, the ghosts, actually came to their village. And exorcism, protective spells, and trinkets are all readily available at a price, while books and films about haunting spirits very, very popular in Thailand. And most buildings boast a spirit house. You see that little, like a letterbox. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a letterbox, it's a letterbox to the spirits. It's a shrine placed in the property where offerings are made to appease ghosts. And numerology is also very important. Mobile number is really important in Thailand. And number 9 is the lucky number. And you pay a lot of money to buy impressive numbers. If gone to the lift in Thailand, there is no number 13, doesn't exist. It has Western roots, but it penetrated more than in Western countries. Now, turning 25, something really interesting. I think there is a lot of logic in it. It's actually it's an age of bad luck, 25. Why 25? In 25, you make life choices. You finish your studies, you decide to get married, or you decide to have children. So when you make your life choices, you have to be very careful because they're going to impact your future. And that you can see tomorrow if you want, the mummy monk in the Wat Kunaram temple in Koh Samui. In this temple is the preserved body of the late Luang Pordang, a Buddhist monk who died in 1973, and his body was discovered to be in a state of remarkable preservation with skin and muscles intact. The photos on the screen I took. It's my photos. I just could not believe it. And the preservation, you can see me right here in front of the temple. The preservation of the mummy monk body remains a subject of scientific interest and speculation. It is seen by many as a testament to the monk's devotion and spiritual practices, and one theory is that the preservation of the body is the result of natural process known as mummification, and this can occur in certain conditions such as dry and warm climate. Now, most important values that Thai people hold are respect, self-control, and non-confrontational attitude. Using face by showing anger or by telling a lie is a source of a great shame for Thai people. I think losing face is something that we all know about all of Asia. Also in Vietnam, in China, It's really in Thailand, you don't want to lose face and you don't want to lose your temper. You never hear anyone shouting at each other in the street. And display of emotions in public viewed in really negative light. No matter how frustrated or upset a person might feel, he or she will always strive to maintain a positive and friendly attitude, a sense of humor, and a smile. And most Thais have a short nickname, no relation to the person's full name, as official names are too long. When I met my daughter-in-law and my son brought her home, started going out, he said she introduced herself as Panita. My son called her Mew. I said, what's that? What is your name? I said, so Mew is her nickname, but Panita is her official name. I call her Panita. So you'll find that all of them has a nickname in Thailand. The language is so complicated. I try to learn basic sentences, and believe me, I know a few languages, and I couldn't. It's got 76 letters in the Thai alphabet, including 44 consonants, 32 vowels, and 5 tones, making it so difficult to learn. Just the tones also. And the Thai greeting, very important, is Y-E, Y-E, Y. Just you put your, bow, and you put the palms pressed together, pile your hand, and it is a gesture originated from Buddhism. Don't know if you know, like the Namaste in Hinduism. And it was basically the equal meeting of two palms, meaning that the other party is treated as an equal human being. So it's very common in Thailand, you meet people, they say, why? Why? And it's also a sign of respect when you meet people, say why. And respect for elders and those in higher social position is also very important. Hierarchies of social status characterize nearly every interaction. Children are expected to respect their parents and their teachers. I don't think they have any problem at schools. The kids are really well behaved. And the young must show respect to the elderly. And family is the central of Thai life. Very, very important. And although many newly married couples will set up their own household, and it's not uncommon for extended family to live together. So I just have to go quite fast now because we are out of time. You have to dress, as I said, in Thailand, it's a hot country, but people don't go half naked in the street. Women actually dress respectfully, so wear clothes that will cover your knees, shoulders, and you don't show your chest or your stomach in Thailand. And remove your shoes whenever you enter temples or people's homes or spas or any establishment. You don't walk into any establishment. It was really embarrassing. I walked into a medical center, I had to take off my shoes. Shoes are no. And Thailand is also famous for ladyboy culture. So individuals who were born males and transition to become females. So if you go into a bar and there is magnificent lady chatting to you, she may be a ladyboy. And Thai massage is also very famous and relaxing. Maybe you should try when you are in Thailand. And I don't want to taste too much, but I couldn't resist putting about the Siamese twins. Why do they call them Siamese twins? Until 1800, conjoined twins were called monsters, by the way. Until the 1800s. And the term Siamese twin comes from the twin brother Chang and Eng Bangka, who were born in Siam in 1811 and arrived to the US in England to become circus exhibits. And they were called the Siamese twins. And they settled, they actually made so much money, they got rid of the manager that brought them. They were very clever. They learned English. They got rid of the manager. They made money themselves. They settled in North Carolina. They married local sisters and they had 21 children. So they shared the week between each wife, right? Because they refused to have an operation. It was too dangerous. And Eng died hours after Chang at the age of 62. They've got today more than 1,500 descendants in America. And some quite famous in America. And cat, the Siamese cat, originated in the 14th century, the world's oldest cat breed. And it's considered lucky in Thailand. And Thai food, I can give you a whole hour just talking about Thai food. I'll never forget the first time I was introduced to Thai food. It was so amazing. The richness of the spices. I never tasted anything like that in my life. And they rely on 4 prominent flavors: sweet, sour, spicy, and salty, with the lemongrass and all. Absolutely fantastic. And Thai food cooking is all about freshly prepared dishes and all these elements coming into the dish, and also the kaffir lime leaves, and got really, I'm stopping here, otherwise I'll continue talking about it. One place in Asia you can eat street food is Thailand. You won't get sick. I'm honest about it. I wouldn't eat in India or even not in Vietnam street food, but I will eat in Thailand. It's the Thai people eat all the time the street food. It's very cheap and it's the best meal you can find, and you can find it all over Bangkok. It's really fantastic. And by the way, Thai eat with not with chopsticks. They use spoons and forks. Yeah. So home cooking, by the way, is not common. That's why the street food is so good in the market. The Thai people rarely cook. My daughter-in-law, my son, love going to Thailand because she doesn't have to cook ever. I mean, they just, it's so easy to get food. The street food is so cheap, and all of them, many people live in very small apartments. And remember, they didn't have kitchens and they didn't have refrigerators, so they were in the habit of buying street food and enjoying the food. And rice is a staple of every meal in Thailand. And it once was the world's greatest exporter of rice. And traditional clothing in front of you, chut Thai means Thai outfit. They still wear it. And the sabai is the shawl-like garments. You can see that's also beautiful. And the chong kaban is a unisex pants. And traffic. I think it's a problem, not just Asia, the Western world. And they actually are, the very first time I was in Thailand was in 1993. And there's so much improvement, the infrastructure, but still the traffic is chaotic, especially in Bangkok. So try also the tuk-tuk. That's you can see a tuk-tuk in front of you, 3-wheel tuk-tuk, and it's really fun to go to the tuk-tuk and shopping. Shopping in Thailand, you can buy anything under the sun. Just name it, you'll get it in Thailand, with all the stores from very high-end market to absolutely cheap night markets. And the night markets are fantastic. If you spend overnight in Thailand, you've got to find a night market, weekend market, train markets. And the Thais, actually, it's not for tourists. They go to the market. They like to buy also fresh food every day or every second day. So they do go to the market. And this is the Ratchada night market in Bangkok. It's huge. And floating market, you get to Bangkok also, one day. It's really, don't miss out the floating market. It's created with boats and floating platform, and they sell everything, fruit, flowers to street food and souvenirs. So the Muay Thai boxing is a national sport. And before we go, Bangkok, full name is City of Angel, Great City of Immortals, blah, 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 blah. They said it's the longest city name in the world. Enjoy Thailand, the rich culture, where the temples, market, and religion play a big role in the daily social life. Here is my email address. You're welcome to contact me. Thank you so much and have a fantastic time in Thailand.